When lights go out, you're in my mind. I close my eyes, so it's just you and I tell myself you'll be back again. When the stars are aligned, we will dance.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I just put together some Thanksgiving recipes, and I hope you guys get some inspiration from this. We did not know exactly what we wanted to make for Thanksgiving this year. I am helping my mother make Thanksgiving, and so we just wanted to put a few recipes together to see exactly what we wanted to make, and a few of them we are keeping for Thanksgiving, and some of them we decided that are not good. So we are not going to keep those for Thanksgiving. But if you are vegan or vegetarian, you did click on the right video, because we are vegetarian in this family and we do not eat meat. So Thanksgiving we do have to just kind of figure out different recipes to make it work. But if you are not vegetarian and vegan, you can stay. We do have a lot of fun recipes that you can also bring into your meals and also make with meat, so you can always substitute. But I hope you guys do enjoy this video and get some good inspiration and good ideas from this video. So right here we are making the rolls, and you guys can see the picture right there. But we are making rolls right now because they do take the longest, because we have to wait for the yeast to activate and the bread to grow and everything, because we are making it from scratch. So we just did start on this one because it does take the longest. But if you guys can tell later in the video, we are not like starting on 10 different items usually when I cook. I don't know about my mom, but when I cook, I do everything. Like, I multitask, and I usually can get everything done around the same time because I'm just everywhere. But since we are reading recipes and we did not want to get confused, we just did it one by one. So it did end up taking like all day. We didn't eat until 8 o'clock. So it was a really long day. We woke up really early, but I had to go take my car in and go pick up groceries. And so we really did not get started until like 1 o'clock, and it took until 8 p.m. So that just shows you guys like how long it took for us. And also, this was the day of the election. So our minds were just everywhere because Biden got elected, and we just were so happy. So it was just a great day to be doing this Thanksgiving, because we could really just cheers and be happy and just feel so good. But yeah, so we are just all over the place. Now we are getting started with the drink, and that is the drink we cheersed with, and it is a Thanksgiving margarita, and it is so good. There are recipes on Pinterest, and I will be putting everything, like all the recipes, down in the description. We actually had 2 more recipes, or maybe 3 more we wanted to make, but we decided no, because it was just so much. We had 10 recipes in total, and we only made like 8, I think. So yeah, 2. But it was just a long day.
I've been lying here for too long. I don't know what else to do. I wanna get away from every little thing just to try to make it through. I've been thinking about my options, every detail in my head, but it doesn't really matter, nothing matters, so I cry instead. I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can got nothing left. I've been staring at the ceiling. I've been staying up all night. Everything I ever worked for vanished in the blink of an eye. I've been asking every question, 'cause I haven't got a clue. Why's it gotta be me? What the hell am I supposed to do? I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. And I know there's so much more to this life, but it's hard to see it clearly. Yeah, I tried my best, but nothing turns out right. God, I need you now so dearly. 'Cause I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can. I ain't got nothing left. Nothing left. Nothing left. I'm waiting at the doorstep, I'm finally home. I've been gone for too long. Standing here a while just to take it all in. Radio's playing our song.
So now I am just starting on the open faced rose apple pie. This apple pie was really easy to make. It was pretty good. I just didn't like how juicy it was. It was very liquidy, so I was not a fan, but this is my first time that I did make an apple pie, and I did make it like a rose. So there's no like top crust or anything like that, and it did turn out really beautiful, and again it was super easy. And if you guys do not follow my Instagram, I do post like some stories on there just to show you like some sneak peeks of the videos that I am making, or I ask questions and I post lots of photos of my son Lucas. So if you want to see some stories or like stories before my videos out, anything like that, go ahead and follow Our Little Bloom on Instagram, and you can see everything that I post, and I would just love to have you guys there. I like talking to you guys, and I like seeing who views my story, and just communicating. It's really fun. So again, Our Little Bloom on Instagram, and I hope to see you there. But anyways, it was just a really easy apple pie, but again, we are starting it early because it did take, I think, almost 2 hours. So that's why.
Then you stood there smiling at me, as so many times before. I'll never wanna be away, leave you again. You are all I want and more. It's true, if only doorstep, finally home. I've been gone for too long. It is true. If only I could do one thing, I'll be with you. It is true. Baby, how I need love.
Okay, so now we are starting on the caramelized sweet potatoes. They were really easy to make, but this was one of the recipes that we are not going to keep just because it wasn't that good. Some of the potatoes were still hard and some of them were soft, so it was just all over the place. I feel like they look good in the picture, and maybe they are good. Maybe we made them wrong. We followed the recipe like step by step. Maybe we just need to put it in a bigger like glassware. I'm not really sure, but I was not really a big fan. It did sound good because there is like orange zest and rosemary in it, but it just did not turn out that good. They were just really soggy or hard. But if you guys want to try them out and make them better than we did, I will link down the recipe for you guys so you guys can go do that. And if you do make it better and you do enjoy it, go on my Instagram or whatever and DM me and tell me like how you made it and if it was good. I would love to hear from you guys.
Killing time, Friday night. Found a photograph of us without cares and worn out clothes. Doesn't seem so long ago. Now I'm just sitting here bored at home, and it really got me thinking of the times we took off on the road. I can't remember where we headed that night. We were cruising around town in Memphis, running the lights. I just know how it felt. I won't forget that. Windows down and open top, but we were clever not to take it too far. Though it's hard not getting tempted, calling you up to see how you've been. Cause don't I miss you and all those things we did back then. Way back then. It's funny how.
So for the rose apple pie, what you do, well, this is like new to us, especially my mom. She's made a few apple pies before, like very recently, but she's never done it like this. So what we did is we just put like the brown sugar and the cinnamon and let the apples just like kind of get soggy with the juices. And then once they were like foldable and not as stiff, you can bend them easier to make them into rose shapes. So that's what I was just doing, is kind of curving them. And then once it's kind of into like the rose shape, you want to pull it all back and then fit the apple slices in between the missing holes that have like open spaces, so it's really tight. And so that's just what I kept doing. And then some of them would break, but a lot of them would just fold, and so you could roll them up and make them into like smaller rose pieces. And I think it turned out beautiful. I'm very happy with the rose apple pie. It looked so pretty.
Is it 12 years since last time? Where'd you go? What's the score? Did you find what you were looking for? I never see you anymore. I can't remember what we did that day. We were blowing off steam in Paris, but I wanted to stay, cause I know how it felt when we raised hell. I won't forget that. But we were clever not to take it too Monday night, found a photograph of us. I can't remember what we did that time. We were spending one night in Venice. It just slipped my mind, I just know how it felt. I won't forget that. Windows down and open top. But we were clever not to take it too far, though it's hard not getting tempted. Calling you up to see how you've been, 'cause don't I miss you and all those things we did back then. Way back then. Way back then. Being on my own, I could use someone to hold. And I've been trying to fill the void, but my bed is getting cold. 'Cause I don't have you, I don't have us, at least not anymore. You said you had to go away just to figure out who you are. And I'm in this empty house with your pictures on my wall. But I don't have you, I don't have us, at least not anymore. Just waiting for love, waiting for love. Try to forget about you makes me restless. Waiting for love, waiting for love. I don't know what else I can do, it's hopeless to be holding on to you. I guess we forgot about the way we could sit and talk all night. Just let the good times pass.
Okay, so now we are getting started on the cornbread casserole. So the only one I could find was jalapeno cornbread recipe. And we made the green chili cornbread casserole. And it was really good. It was not my favorite. My grandpa actually has like a cornbread casserole that he usually makes. And we could not figure out the recipe. So we finally got the recipe from him, but that was after this video. And it's just so delicious. But both of the recipes, the green chili and the jalapeno cornbread casserole, they are Magnolia from Joanna Gaines' cookbook. And so if you want to find that, it's in her cookbook, but I do have the jalapeno cornbread recipe, and I will link that down in the description, so if you are interested.
Fight, I say I don't mind, but that's a lie. Thought we'd work it out. I've tried to let you go. Memories, they tend to stay. Doesn't matter anyway, 'cause it won't be you and me. Now I'm just waiting for love, waiting for love. Try to forget about you makes me restless. Waiting for love, waiting for love. I don't know what else I can do, it's hopeless to be holding on to you. I can do, it's hopeless to be holding on to you. Hopeless to be holding on to you. I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. Do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night.
So now we are getting started on the potato stuffing casserole. I wanted to do potatoes and I wanted to do stuffing, and I ended up finding the recipe that merged them together. So that's the one we just stuck with, and it was really easy to make. But again, this one just did not taste that good. I don't think we're going to be recreating this one for the Thanksgiving dinner for our family. So I'm glad that we did test it and give it like a test run and just taste it before we actually served it for Thanksgiving. It was good, but it was not my favorite. My mom and Andre really did like it. I was not a big fan. Maybe it's because, so after I cook everything and I'm like really working hard, I don't know if this is just me, you guys will have to let me know down in the comments, but if I work really hard and I'm just exhausted, I don't want to eat. All I want to do is sleep and just lay down. So I don't know, I just wasn't in the mood for eating. The only thing that I did like was like the funeral potatoes and the rolls. That's like really it that I liked, and of course like the eggs, those were good, but I don't know, it was easy, but it just wasn't that good. But if you guys want to recreate it, it will be down in the description, and you'll have to let me know if you guys liked it.
It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, oh, still can't believe you love me. I hope it never ends, this being more than friends, yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day, yeah. So hold me tight through the night.
So now we are working on the funeral potatoes, and I was so excited for this recipe. I love funeral potatoes, and they were good, but I've had other ones at Thanksgiving made from like my grandparents and stuff like that, like other family relatives, and theirs were so much better than this one. And so I don't know exactly what I did wrong. Maybe it's just probably most likely because it was just a different recipe, and they probably have like their own recipe, make their own way, and I've never made funeral potatoes, so I did follow a recipe. But they were good, just not as good as like my family's. But I don't know. Me and my mom did make separate ones because she wanted cream of mushroom, and I don't like mushrooms, so that was gross. So I just did cream of chicken like you normally would. And it did turn out great. It was delicious. It just, again, was not as delicious as the ones I've had before. But you'll have to let me know if you make funeral potatoes for Thanksgiving. I love funeral potatoes. They are just so good. Or like scallop potatoes. Just give me all the carbs. I love carbs and I love potatoes, so just give me carbs. I'll be happy.
It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, oh, still can't believe you love me. Falling into
last little meal we made. I don't think this is a meal, it's more just like a side. So for the last recipe that we made is deviled eggs. These were so delicious. So we did follow the recipe to an extent. I don't usually follow recipes, and if you guys have seen my other recipe following videos, you guys would know that I just do it my own way. Sorry, Lucas is playing around, so he's pretty loud. But so we did the recipe, but I did not feel like there was enough mayo and mustard, and then I also felt like there was too much, so it was just really confusing. But at the end, how many measurements, like how much of the measurements I did use, it turned out really good, and I think they were really delicious deviled eggs. Again, this was my first time making deviled eggs, like pretty much my first for everything in this video, which was super fun. It was nice to get out and do a different thing, make different things instead of just making the same things. And I think that's just what's kind of awesome about having different Thanksgivings, is that you just learn new recipes and you make all these new things, and of course you keep your favorites, but you just kind of see what works best and what you're feeling for that year. And so it just was nice, and I think we're going to stick with deviled eggs. And I also think that we're going to do deviled eggs for a Christmas dinner. We've never done a Christmas dinner before, but this year I talked to my mom and I was like, we should do a Christmas dinner because we've never done one. And she was like, I think that's a great idea. So we're going to do Christmas dinner as well, and that will be super fun. So you guys will have to stay tuned for that. It will be later down the road, but for sure stay tuned for that video.
I can't believe you love me. I just feel so lucky. Still can't believe you love me.
You guys will have to let me know down in the comments, what are your favorite Thanksgiving meals that you make during Thanksgiving that you always keep, or that you've gotten handed down to you. I would love to hear some different ideas that people make for Thanksgiving. Also, did you see all those casseroles? I am a huge fan of casseroles. You'll have to let me know too if you like casseroles or if you don't like casseroles. I love casseroles. Like, I could not ask for like not enough. Like, there are just not enough casseroles during Thanksgiving. I would let every meal be a casserole, but obviously all the casseroles that I made for Thanksgiving, this meal prep one, they weren't that good, so I need someone else to make me the casseroles instead of myself. But I am going to end the video here. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you guys got some inspo or new recipe ideas. Again, I will be linking all the recipes down in the description, and if you do not follow my Instagram, Our Little Bloom, I do lots of sneak peeks and polls, questions, lots of things that you guys can see before the video is posted, and I would love to have you guys there. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed.
I just feel so lucky.